Welcome to our first standalone news show, and we're going to talk about the world of weight loss, of course, and GLP-1s with stories including crazy class action lawsuits, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift,
Swifties.
largest traditional grocer in the U.S., Kroger, and the fabled unicorn GLP-1 bill. Unicorn. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Lorraine Durham.
And this is the Downsized News. It's a little bit different than we've been doing, so we'll talk about it. But this is the Downsized News, Monday, June 10th, where we share the latest GLP-1, Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, tirzepatide, semaglutide, and anything else that's coming along. News, insights, and of course, a healthy dose of opinion, because that's what we have. This week's episode is a bit different, as we will split our weekly weigh-in that we've been doing for the last 10 or 11 weeks into two. We recorded the weekly weigh-in as a standalone show. It'll come out on Sundays.
You can watch it now.
Yeah, you can watch it right now. And then we have recorded the GLP-1, the Downsized News, as a standalone show as well that will come out on Mondays. We'll try that for the next, month or so. Let us know what you think of it. I think there's plenty of content for both. And we feel like they're just standalone pieces.
Some people just want the news and don't care about us.
Don't want to wade through our stuff. We'll
they don't want to know that I've lost 47 pounds and Christopher's lost 67 pounds.
67, absolutely.
Crazy. Please like and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. And please note, we are not doctors nor medical professionals. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting any weight loss medication or treatment. Okay, so our first story is about a Maine woman who files a class action lawsuit against Cigna for failing to cover her obesity drugs. Jamie Whitmore alleges that her doctor prescribed the drug Zepbound to treat her obesity, but Cigna denied coverage in violation of the Affordable Care Act's anti-discrimination law.
Ooh,
first time I've
heard
someone using that one. Genius. The suit is the first of its kind in the country, said Jeffrey Young, one of Whitmore's lawyers. So the basis of our lawsuit is that our client has been discriminated against on the basis of disability by the denial of the insurer to provide coverage for obesity, Young said. The lawsuit was filed by 3 law firms in Washington State, Minnesota, and Maine on behalf of a nationwide class of Cigna enrollees diagnosed with obesity. Cigna did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Shocker. Our essential claim here is that under the Affordable Care Act, health insurers cannot discriminate on the basis of disability and choose to cover one disability or provide some coverage, but not other coverage, Young said. Whitmore has also filed a claim against her employer, the University of Maine system, under the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Maine Human Rights Act, because her employer's insurance plan with Cigna did not cover the treatment, although other Cigna plans do cover the drug. So she's saying that she's being discriminated against because she's calling obesity a disability? Is that how I'm understanding this?
That is how I believe so.
So we know now that obesity is a disease, but is it a disability?
I mean,
3 lawyers that thought so.
We would have to see whether it's a protected class of disability. So I'm not an attorney. I don't know, but you couldn't do it for other medical things. So I couldn't not cover you with diabetes or hire or fire you because you had those things. And the government has recognized obesity as a disease. So we know that.
Yeah.
It's out there. I don't know how many people are in this class for Cigna, so there must be people in the other states as well. So it could be a relatively large class.
Yeah, we're covered by Blue Cross Blue Shield, and we do not have coverage for weight loss medications.
But we
could sue Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Maybe. But the conversation's rapidly evolving. I don't know where this goes.
We will be watching this one closely.
But sure. It's certainly interesting. Story number 2, researchers from Brigham and Women's Hospital have conducted an extensive meta-analysis and found that commonly used GLP-1 medications present minimal risks when taken before surgery. So if you watched our weekly weigh-in that appeared on Sunday, I talked a little bit about my colonoscopy and the gap before it and all that. I don't know how that impacts this, but it's an interesting conversation. The study recently published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology revealed that those medications cause only a minor delay in gastric emptying. The analysis, which included 15 randomized controlled trials, showed that these medications delay the gastric emptying of solid foods by approximately 36 minutes. So it slows it down. So
By 36 minutes.
yeah, that's not terrible, I wouldn't think. This indicates that patients can continue their medication without significant risk of aspiration if they follow specific precautions. Dr. Walter Chan, director of the Center of Gastrointestinal Motility at Brigham and Women's Hospital, emphasized that while GLP-1 medications do impact gastrointestinal motility, so the movement through the system, the effect is relatively modest. He stated, "It appears safe to continue these medications before a procedure requiring anesthesia or sedation, with minor precautions like abstaining from solid food for a day to minimize any potential risk of aspiration." The current guidelines on the perioperative use of GLP-1 medications are inconsistent. The American Society of Anesthesiologists advises stopping these medications up to a week before surgery, while the American Gastroenterological Association recommends continuing them with standard pre-procedure precautions. To provide clarity, the research team conducted a systematic review and meta-analysis assessing gastric emptying in adults treated with GLP-1 medications. Importantly, none of the studies reported incidents of pulmonary aspiration due to delayed gastric emptying. They don't seem to be concerned about it.
Did 15 trials on 652 people.
Right.
So that's a big,
that's a good size trial.
Sample. The gastric emptying was only delayed for solid foods by 36 minutes. If it takes you an hour to digest dinner, now it's going to take an hour and 36 minutes to digest dinner.
Thank you to Barb.
Healthyatanycost.com is Barb's blog. We've had an interview with Barb. You can look at that on the Downsized dish. She has lost 225 pounds on GLP-1 medications, and she let us know about this study when we mentioned on our live show that Christopher had a colonoscopy. So thank you to Barb. Story number 3, this one's kind of fun. Taylor Swift came to the side of Lady Gaga in the comment section of a recent TikTok video where Gaga posted this video and denied the pregnancy rumors. "Not pregnant, just down bad crying at the gym," wrote Gaga in her video, a reference to Taylor Swift's hit Down Bad on the Tortured Poets Department album. Taylor Swift said, "Can we all agree that it's invasive and irresponsible to comment on a woman's body?" Yes, Taylor Swift. Thank you. Taylor Swift commented. And she went on to say, "Gaga doesn't owe anyone an explanation, and neither does any woman," Swift continues, adding a kiss emoji at the end of the comment. The Bad Romance singer, that's Lady Gaga, originally posted a video as a response to recent rumors of her pregnancy that surfaced online earlier this week. She also parlayed the rumors and response video into an advocacy moment as she urged fans to register to vote. "Register to vote," Gaga concluded on the post, directing users to a site to do so. So, to Lady Gaga for addressing these rumors, because I've had 3 kids and gotten asked if I was pregnant 3 months postpartum. But why do people think they can speculate on women's bodies, especially stars? It's just so wrong. And thank you, Taylor Swift, for coming to her aid. I think you should send me 4 tickets to your next show, Taylor.
I don't think that's going to happen, but our children would love
with my
that.
daughters and me. And would you go to the Taylor Swift concert?
For free, sure. Yeah. Looks like a big show.
I mean, we watched it on Disney Channel. We watched it in the movie theater. Our older daughter, you drove her to Nashville to see Taylor Swift.
I heard it from outside the stadium. 100,000 other dads driving it very slowly.
She scored tickets somehow due to her love of Taylor Swift and being on the email list for Taylor Swift since she was like in 3rd grade, and now she's in college. Congratulations, Lady Gaga, for telling people to register to vote. I'm registered to vote. You're registered to vote.
Of course. Everyone should be registered to vote.
Register to vote. It's very important.
I think what's important to me about this conversation and about hopefully what we're doing is we have to change the conversation around weight. So why does it matter to the GLP-1 community? Well, it matters to us because we're obese people, we're fat people.
Yeah. I've been called pregnant while not pregnant.
The conversation has to change. I mean, it has to.
And why would you ask somebody? Never ask someone if they're pregnant. Like, just never. Even I don't care if they're like out to here, like waddling along the sidewalk. Just don't ask.
She gets mad at me because I don't ever say anything about anybody's weight, period.
That's fine.
Even our friends who have obviously lost significant, she's like, well, why didn't you say something? I'm like, I didn't say something when they got fat. Why would I say something when they got skinny? I didn't say, oh, you look like you put on 100 pounds. Well, no.
Yeah, and it's funny to me the different generations of people who find it's okay to comment on weight loss. My older ladies that I work out with at the gym, they are all about it. Oh, you're getting so skinny. Oh, you've lost so much weight. One lady said, have you lost weight? And I said, yeah, Patty, I've lost 47 pounds. And she goes, I am so sorry. I haven't noticed till now. She's probably about, I don't know, 75, 80, skinny little lady. I'm like, it's fine. But in our younger friends, like our age and younger, some of them just don't comment. Like Christopher, don't comment at all.
Mm-mm.
And it's funny because online, some people I've seen people say, I've lost 20 pounds. Nobody's commenting. I've lost 30 pounds. When is somebody going to notice? And maybe they have noticed and they just don't want to say anything. I do like it when people say, oh, you've lost
No,
weight.
I don't.
Because I've been doing this my whole life and it's like a positive feedback kind of situation for me. You could care less what people say and think about it.
I care. I care. It's not my business to comment on your weight. I also don't comment on exercise, or unless you won an Olympic medal, I'm not going to talk about it. So if you ran a marathon, good for you. I'm not going to pat you on the back. If you didn't run a marathon,
I got no pats on the back.
I'm not gonna tell you you're a lazy sack of something
I've ever done.
Just it's not.
Whatever.
All right.
Next story.
Story number 4. In a hopeful development, researchers have found that Ozempic, Wegovy, and semaglutide may also be effective in preventing and treating alcohol use disorder. So we talked about this a little bit a few weeks ago. The study published in the journal Nature Communications offers a new perspective on the potential benefits of these drugs beyond their primary uses. So diabetes and obesity, of course. Alcohol use disorder, a condition marked by the inability to control alcohol consumption despite adverse consequences, affects millions of people worldwide. Finding effective treatments has been a longstanding challenge. However, this new research provides promising insights into how medications such as semaglutide, the active ingredient in Ozempic and Wegovy, might help. The study involved a comprehensive analysis of electronic health records from nearly 84,000 individuals with obesity.
Big sample.
It's a big sample. The researchers discovered that those treated with semaglutide experienced a significant reduction in the onset and recurrence of alcohol use disorder by approximately 50% to 56% compared to those on other anti-obesity medications. Further analysis of the records of 600,000 individuals with type 2 diabetes supported these findings. So you have to believe AI and computerization. We've talked about a couple of different programs looking at, large data sets are discovering this. And I think it's fascinating. The data indicated a notable decrease in alcohol use disorder among patients treated with semaglutide in that 600,000 type 2 diabetics as well. Dr. Ron Zhu, a professor of biomedical informatics at the School of Medicine and the lead researcher of the study, highlighted the significance of these findings, saying the retrospective study collected real-world evidence indicating that semaglutide has potential in both preventing and treating alcohol use disorder. Dr. Zhu went on to explain to Medical News Today, she noted that these findings align with anecdotal reports from patients who have experienced a diminished desire to drink alcohol or found alcohol less appealing while on semaglutide. The study opens up new avenues for treating alcohol use disorder, offering hope to those struggling with the condition. The implications of these findings could lead to broader use of these medications, providing a dual benefit for individuals managing both obesity or type 2 diabetes and alcohol use disorder. I mean, it's just amazing the sheer number of things that these drugs seem to be able to really impact. As research continues, the medical community, of course, will be watching closely to see how these findings can be translated into effective treatment protocols. The dosages, the frequency, all that may be slightly different for this use case. And it has the potential to really transform the landscape for people with alcohol problems and managing that, and offer hopefully a new lease on life. If it's as groundbreaking and life-changing as it is for me with the disease of obesity, imagine what it could be for someone who struggles with alcohol.
With an alcoholic or alcohol use disorder. Yeah, for sure. So I've said this many times. I was a big wine drinker. Loved a glass of wine, loved my Chardonnay. All my friends know Lorraine likes Chardonnay. The compounded terzepatide really took away my urge to drink. It made me feel kind of sick when I had more than a glass or two, especially at the beginning. Like now, 35 weeks in, not so much anymore, but I still have a very decreased urge to drink wine where I used to want a glass like every night. And over COVID, I was drinking a lot because what
Definitely.
else was there to do? And I don't think I was alone in that. I'm glad that this kind of interrupted that cycle for me. And plus, it's just so many empty calories.
So again, it's amazing how many things that these drugs are impacting, and we'll continue to follow that. All right, Lorraine, this one's you.
Exciting news from Structure Therapeutic. Their new weight loss pill, GSBR 1290, is showing impressive results. Last week, they announced findings from 2 small studies that caused their stock prices to jump before the market opened. In a 12-week study, participants taking a daily capsule of GSBR 1290 lost an average of 6.2% more weight compared to those who took a placebo. Another study revealed that a new tablet version of the drug helped participants lose up to 6.9% more weight than the placebo group over the same period. Their latest studies demonstrate promising results for GSBR 1290, which could be a game changer for those struggling with obesity. In the first study, people taking the capsule form of GSBR 1290 lost significantly more weight, 6.2%, compared to those who didn't take the pill. 2/3 of the participants on the drug lost at least 6% of their body weight, and a third lost 10% or more. The second study tested a tablet form of the drug and found an even better result, with participants losing up to 6.9% more weight than those on the placebo. The drug was generally well tolerated, with some participants experiencing mild stomach issues like nausea and vomiting, especially early on. However, these side effects usually improve over time. Structure Therapeutics plans to obtain FDA approval to start a larger trial later this year, with hopes of bringing GSBR 1290 closer to being available for those in need.
So you're skeptical of 6.9%, but what this does is it opens up the use of GLP-1s to a lot more people. And theoretically, at a pill form, it should be significantly cheaper. So for those people that are struggling with that 30 pounds or 20 pounds, this might be a way to manage, or it could be a way for somebody who's 100 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever, to use the
To start.
injectables first and then maintain or manage with pill.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good news. When I hear 6% of your body weight, so if you weigh 100 pounds, that's 6 pounds. If you're 200 pounds, that's 12 pounds. So
It gives more people options to help them manage.
that's great, but don't take my compounded
Nobody said they're taking your
terzepatide out of my
terzepatide.
hands. Like,
Nobody said they're doing that.
I'm not giving that up.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So, final story today: Kroger Health. So, the health wing of the largest grocer in America, Kroger, it's called the Little Clinic, has revamped its weight management program to offer a holistic and personalized approach to medical support and education. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? A lot of people are doing this right now. The program now includes GLP-1 medications such as Wegovy and Ozempic. I assume Zepbound and Mounjaro as well. When, of course, medically appropriate, they're pricing it at $99 per visit. This enhanced program is available for in-person visits or via telehealth and accepts insurance plans to help cover costs. The program is now accessible to patients in all states where the Little Clinic operates, including Arizona, Colorado, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, and Virginia. Megan Brown, Kroger Health's chief nursing officer, mentioned, "We know that when patients achieve their healthy weight goals, they live healthier lives. This renewed weight management program will provide resources to patients struggling with weight and weight-related health conditions to improve their overall well-being. Patients can meet with our team in their familiar neighborhood retailer or virtually in the comfort of their home. This is just one more way we are making healthcare convenient, accessible, and affordable for families." So my wife edited this story and took some of the stuff out. So let me tell you what else it said, because I think it's what gets truly interesting from a grocer. They have nutritionists on staff at most of these stores, so they're able to use their approach to food for wellness and food for health and work not only with the nurse practitioners, doctors in the little clinic, but with the nutritionists and help you build out a complete plan, which is what most of these health providers have no access to and can't do it.
So
So
they're
you,
selling food, so they'll tell you what to buy in their
right.
grocery
And they're
store.
going to help you buy the right food.
Yeah, I mean that's
Right. So
all good stuff.
it's the stuff that takes it to the next level. And it's what becomes exciting about how our food and our healthcare system can change, because obviously food has to work with the medications and vice versa.
Congratulations to Kroger for doing that. Hopefully, there'll be lots of avenues for people to walk into a neighborhood comfortable setting and talk to a healthcare provider about this medication and be able to access it.
Absolutely. That's the news for this week. Thank you for being a part of our Downsized family as we explore, GLP-1s and the world of weight loss together. If you haven't already, please take a moment to like and subscribe, and watch out. We'll be live again Thursday night at 7 Eastern Standard Time. So please join us. If you've got any questions, we will answer them.
Yeah, and if you click subscribe, then you'll get notified about our coming up live thing, right?
So my name is Christopher Durham.
And I'm Lorraine Durham.
Until next time, take care.